Celtic turn their attention to what is another massive game in the Scottish Premiership title race this Sunday as they head to Ibrox to take on Rangers. In this video I'll look at the recent form of both teams going into this game alongside recent matchups at Ibrox between Rangers and Celtic. I'll also have a look at the Celtic support and the massive impact they'll have and where the points end up. In recent weeks Celtic's form has been very inconsistent. A 1-0 win away to Stuttgart, first ever win in German soil, is a massive result to get the confidence of the group back up. But before then, 2-1 defeat at home to Hibs, 4-1 defeat at home to Stuttgart in that first leg, which was just catastrophic really, and before then, just a lot of late goals that were saving Celtic at the death. Celtic's form is not ideal going into this game. They'd have wanted a bit more stability, something to build on, but that win on Thursday night will definitely help the mood and the drive in the squad going forward, and especially for Sunday. So let me get into my team prediction. How will Martin O'Neill line up for this game? Well, here it is. This is how I think he will line up, or I think he should line up. In goal will be the big talking point, Sinizalo instead of Kasper Schmeichel. He got man of the match on Thursday night against Stuttgart, 6 key saves to keep a clean sheet. A much needed clean sheet. Celtic haven't been keeping clean sheets in recent weeks. Schmeichel has been making lots of mistakes, but if Sinizalo is to start this game, that'll be his 15th game for Celtic. His 15th appearance would be a great moment for him, and a confidence boost on Thursday night. I think him starting on Sunday would do him the world of good, and if there's ever a time where Sinizalo is going to be Celtic's number one, I think it's going to be now. He has to be given an opportunity. We can't be having a liability in Kasper Schmeichel. Now, he has been a good servant over 18 months or so since he's been here, but I think his time at Celtic is coming to an end. His career might be over at Celtic. I just think the mistakes have been adding up and adding up. Stuttgart at home last Thursday night was a key game where he made 2 key mistakes, and I think it's hard to look past. So Sinizalo, I feel, should be starting this game, and I think Martin O'Neill will start him in this game. Moving on to the back four, I think it's going to be Kieran Tierney, Liam Scales, Dane Murray and Julian Araujo. Kieran Tierney's put up some great numbers this season, 3 goals and 11 assists. He's starting to come into form. He's starting to play the way he did in his first spell at the club. Liam Scales will play alongside Dane Murray. I think his assured performance on Thursday night against Stuttgart will earn him a start in this game. It's a massive opportunity for him. It's between him and Benjamin Arthur, and I think Dane Murray will be given the chance just because he's been here all year and he's played the most minutes. He's experienced the team. He knows the boys, and I think him and Liam Scales will be the 2 centre backs for this game. Right back, Julian Araujo. I think he'll cherish this opportunity. He's a man made for the big moments, as we've seen against Kilmarnock away. He's ready for this. He'll be ready for the challenge, and I think he could come into his own in this game and possibly put in one of his best performances in a Celtic shirt. Now moving on to the midfield 3, I feel like this is an area of the pitch where Celtic need to dominate from the start, from the off, get in there early and cement themselves in the game. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Callum McGregor and Benjamin Negron. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to start. He should be a player for the Bright Lights. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Premier League. He's won the FA Cup. He's experienced. He knows what it's like to play in these big moments, and he needs to bring that experience into a team that isn't full of confidence right now. He needs to assure them and level them, and there will be times where Celtic are under pressure. They might find themselves a goal behind. He needs to be one of the leaders in the team to calm them down, like Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor will need to put in a big shift, a role similar to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He needs to step up and be the captain that he has been throughout his time at Celtic, a leader, and I feel he will be able to do that. The amount of trophies that he's seen under his time at the club has been phenomenal. To McGregor's right, Benjamin Negron, the man that cost £1.5 million from Northland. 18 goals and 6 assists. His numbers this season are incredible. He always pops up with a goal when you least expect it. In the 6-yard box, he's unstoppable. He always manages to get that extra yard of space to get in there, first contact on the ball and slot it home. He's not a traditional Celtic midfielder, I'd say. He's not like a Matt O'Reilly type player. He's something different. Is he a midfielder out now? I don't think so. Is he more of a false 9? Is he a striker? Is he a winger? It's interesting because he's not the fastest, but when he gets on the ball, he composes himself and he has that space and time, and he's going to need to compose himself under the pressure that will be at Ibrox on Sunday, and I feel he could come into his own for this game. Now looking at the front three, and this is an area of the pitch that I think could go either way really. We see there's no Dyson Maeda, there's no Adamu. I think it's going to be Tinekti, Shara and Yang. Sebastian Tinekti needs to play with confidence on Sunday if he's given that opportunity. He needs to take on his man, whoever's at full back for Rangers. He needs to make their time very uncomfortable throughout the game, not just little glimpses. He needs to keep that going throughout the 90 minutes or however long he's on the pitch. Shara, he'll play striker, I feel. I think he just has the little bit of an edge over Adamu right now. He'll play. The goals haven't really been added to his game yet since joining Celtic on loan, but I feel Sunday could be an opportunity for him to use his strength, the hold-up play, link up others and improve Celtic in the attack. On the right, Yang. I think he was a standout player in the 3-1 game that Celtic lost at Celtic Park on the 3rd of January. The goal he scored to put Celtic 1 up was just a moment of brilliance. The way he took on his men, got to the byline and got the shot off, a powerful shot that put Celtic in dreamland in that game, in Wilfred Nancy's last game for the club. Well, that's about Celtic. Let's look at the home team, Rangers. How will they line up? Well, this is how they lined up in their 2-2 draw away at Livingston last Sunday. That game kicked off at 3 p.m. Key man to look out for Rangers, Tavernier. He's always there. This season only getting 7 goals and 4 assists for a right back. Still some good numbers. He hasn't been starting as many games this season, but I feel the Glasgow Derby, who will be starting this game. Mikey Moore on loan from Spurs, 5 goals and 2 assists with a goal against Celtic at Celtic Park in that 3-1 game back in January. He's one that you're going to have to watch out for too. When he first came, he didn't really fit into the squad. Russell Martin didn't really get the best out of him in recent months. Danny Rowe has been, and you can see his game just improving and why he's at Tottenham, why he's going to be a future Premier League star, I feel. Chermiti, 7 goals, 2 of them coming against Celtic, 3 of them coming against Hearts. £10 million, that's a lot of money for Rangers to spend on a player, a striker. Hasn't really delivered. His all-round game, I feel, is poor, but still, he's a player that could pop up with a goal, and he's done it before against Celtic. This will be the 4th time that Celtic and Rangers have faced off against each other this season. Well, let's look at the previous 3 games. The 0-0 draw at Ibrox, one of the most boring derbies you'll ever see. No intensity on the pitch whatsoever from both teams. Russell Martin was under lots of scrutiny from the Rangers fans at that stage. Brendan Rodgers and the Celtic board, the Celtic support, all kind of in disarray really. You could say that's still going on, minus Brendan Rodgers. That game at Hampden, the 3-1 win after extra time. Johnny Kenny got an early goal that day to send Celtic ahead. Tavernier's penalty around the 81st minute equalised, sent it to extra time, where Callum McGregor and Callum Osmond got the job done, sending Celtic to the League Cup final. Then that day at Celtic Park, the 3rd of January, one that Celtic fans will want to forget. Yang opened the scoring early on in the first half in what was a dominant first half display from Celtic, but the turnaround in the second half was unacceptable. One of the worst performances I've ever seen in a single half from Celtic. 3 goals from Rangers, 2 from Chermiti and 1 from Mikey Moore. There will be around 2,000 Celtic fans in attendance. They'll be burning the colour, they'll be burning the noise, they'll be there to back the team. They'll be there from around 10 a.m. on Sunday, 2 hours before the game. They'll be there in full force. They're there and they're always there, and they could prove pivotal to Celtic getting the 3 points with the backing they'll bring to the team. This game is just so evenly matched. It's so hard to call who's going to win, who's going to get the first goal, but I feel Celtic are going to win 2-1, with Rangers getting an early goal. They're going to start on the front foot. Celtic will win 2-1 though, a goal coming from Benjamin Egren, making that his 19th this season, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain his 2nd for the club. I feel as long as Celtic hold tight, the first 15 minutes they cannot find themselves more than a goal behind. Even being a goal behind is already a catastrophic start. But once you find themselves 2 goals down, there's going to be no coming back for the Celtic team. To make sure they have the best foot going forward, the back four is going to have to put in a massive shift. If it is Dane Murray, if it is Benjamin Arthur, whoever it is, a performance of their life is going to have to be put in, including from either Kasper Schmeichel or Vijami Sinazalo. Whoever is in will be supporting, hoping Celtic are sent on to victory once more. So that is going to be all from me in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what your score prediction is and how you think the game's going to play out. I'll be making a reaction straight after this game, so make sure you have notifications on. Until then, hail hail.